Welcome to the Real Salty Podcast. Please join Stephanie and Caitlin as we dive into life in Florida, the good, the salty, and everything in between. We'll chat about real estate, family, sports, building a community, and all the unique things that make living in the Sunshine State so special. Plus, we'll bring on some amazing special guests to share their stories and expertise along the way. So grab your favorite drink and get ready to laugh, learn, and get a little salty with us.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back for another episode of the Real Salty Podcast. We're so happy that you're with us. August
and true.
We are
This is when we start to
feeling it. I mean, I don't think I have any perspiration left in my body.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Agreed, as well as August starts to turn the table of what's going on in the Atlantic Ocean, right? So we will just carry on and
keep calm, rule number
not have PTSD over everything. So we're just
don't
trust the news, trust the experts.
Shout out to Dennis Phillips because I will not listen to anybody else. And rule number 7, 100%, because we were talking about it before we actually jumped on for you good people, and it's August 4th right now, and every single day that creeps closer to September I start to sweat because I just, oh my goodness, it's like it's the year of first, right? To come up on the 1-year anniversary, it's a big deal. It's still not going to make me feel warm inside when that date comes and goes and nothing happens, Mother Nature. But we will get through this. But maybe just be kind. Just go pound the panhandle like you normally do.
That's right, please do. Not here. Yeah, he actually said something funnier today on social media. He was like, I've looked, I've figured it out, I've really guessed, I'm just not sure, but in my best estimate, there's something going on planet Earth. And that was just like all the news he had. He's like, I just can't. And Dexter has been named, but Dexter, everyone's just laughing about the Miami reference, and it's going out to sea and then going out to, but we're going to move on for it. We're just going to grip our chairs and hope for the best. Well, anyway, so did you have a good weekend?
You know what? Good week? It's always a good week. I mean, by the end of the week, it's like, my name's Caitlin and I can't come to the phone right now. But I said, no, we did actually have a pretty good weekend. It was pretty laissez-faire around my house. We got some, honey-do chores done, but we did actually get out on our e-bikes this weekend.
Cool.
We went for a few mile bike ride. We went south. So we headed south on Gulf Boulevard. We went through Treasure Island. We actually took our e-bikes onto the Treasure Island boardwalk.
Oh, cool.
Hadn't been on the boardwalk in a minute. Obviously driving by all the hotels and all the, mom and pop,
all the stuff. Yeah.
And all the other newer build condominium hotels that have been built along Treasure Island and Gulf Boulevard there, including the Thunderbird, right?
Yeah.
The Thunderbird. So it was a minute though that since I had seen them from the backside, the beach side. So we rode our bikes onto the boardwalk. We did wind up stopping at the bar and grill inside Ocean Club.
Oh, very good. Good.
Really nice, actually. We had a great Bloody Mary, so I've added it to the list.
Okay. You've ranked it.
It didn't come with as many, what do we call it? Accoutrements.
Condiments or...
Yeah, accoutrements, amuse-bouches,
In my world, they would be gummy sharks, but in your world, it's actually vegetables and...
No. And actually, it was funny. I told Trent, I was like, can a girl just get some gummy sharks?
He's like gummy sharks with Bloody Mary. You're like, it's fine. Everything's fine.
He knows who he's got the memo. 15 years later, he knows who he's with. Or it was like, you're a child. But no, I did want one just so I could take a picture of one jumping into my Bloody Mary.
For sure.
But we stopped by there. I will say this. The one thing I noticed is that they have poolside service, right? That you can actually, I don't think you actually have to be a guest of the Ocean Club.
So almost like Cabana?
Think so. They did not have any cabanas. They should add those, but I think that was kind of poolside. They would make a lot more money with the Real Housewives of Treasure Island, wouldn't they? But they have these packages that you can buy. So if you're there with the family of 4 with some kiddos, you can buy a package for like $40-$50. It comes with 4 hot dogs, 1 pizza, 4 bottles of water.
Oh, that's cool.
They had packages all the way up until $230, which was like 3 buckets of beer or seltzer, bottles of water. you don't have to plan your bachelor party. Leave it up to us.
Right there. That's awesome.
But I did.
I wonder if that's like resort pass or if that's just for the guests or.
You know what? We should look into it a little bit more before we just start chatting about it. But it's
I
what
know.
we do.
Did it look like they were wearing bracelets, everyone, or no?
You know what?
That's usually.
I didn't actually eye any kind of resort style bracelet. There were people coming in and off the beach. So I don't know how to track that, but it was.
I know that's become so popular in this area this year.
Yeah, it was nice to kind of see the action happening there because unfortunately from the backside there's so many of the hotels that were affected that up and running.
Just got spanked.
Yeah. A lot of mom and pop places. I know the Art Villa, that's scheduled for demolition. You have I think it's not the Tropicana, something else. And of course the Thunderbird.
Yeah, I know everyone's that's just been a staple since, I don't know, like everyone started coming to this area, the 60s, right? I know that they have like a whole Facebook page about it and people were buying things from there. And, I no one wants, out with the old and with the new. I mean, that's a hard thing to swallow and but
the people that own it, they wanted to put it back together. And unfortunately it cannot be put back together the way it is. And you're right. We have to adapt. We have to change. This storm kind of opened a lot of people's eyes. I feel like it wouldn't be smart to not advocate to get 13 feet off the ground like we're supposed to build now, right?
But no, that's right.
It's an end of an era.
Every year.
It's an end of an era.
It is.
The fact that they gave the public the opportunity to kind of commemorate by not even.
It was kind of an auction. It was kind of like, this is what we have for sale.
Yeah.
If you want to buy it.
Keys.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, I
am interested to see how they'll reincorporate the neon lights that they're going, the quintessential Thunderbird bird.
Yeah, they said they were keeping that. So it'll be interesting. But they will reinvent all of those rooms to make them more current with what's going on with everyone. I've never had been in the Thunderbird. Maybe if I grew up in high school, I had been because I would have stayed there one night or at some point or another. But
you and I drew the wrong family straw. No, I was kidding.
Yeah. We did.
We had to work to get here, right?
Yeah, we did. We had to plan. We had to work. We had to, I never had stayed there personally, but I would imagine that, you go from those rooms that were probably traditional hotel rooms.
Right.
And now they'll try and make it so that they're maybe a little bit more Airbnb type where people have options.
To imagine that they're going to want to accommodate like current, needs.
Hampton Inn, right?
No, and again, not being familiar with what they had available, my assumption would be, you're right. A lot of the rooms that they had would be traditional double queens.
Yes.
I'm sure they had some 1-bedroom suites and maybe even a penthouse or a 2-bedroom suite or whatever you want to call it. But maybe this opportunity for new construction will also give them an opportunity to revamp some of the suite options, which when you have a family,
that's nice.
It's nice. It's nice to all be in one place. So,
and have your own space. And I mean, they had to have been happy about being able to replace the comforters. I mean, that's the first thing to remodel when you do a hotel.
For the good people, I'm sure that they had since 1958. But no, and the other thing I'll mention before we move on is that I did notice outside of the backside on the beach, on the boardwalk outside of Thunderbird, they still have kind of what I call the quintessential photo op things. Like
cool.
Art is still there. The rafters that the Bell used to be there.
Very neat.
Bell is no longer there, which, trust me, good people, we don't want the Bell there right now because there's unfortunately people that would take it for their own selfish, nefarious reasons. So I have faith.
And it's turtle season.
Be respectful, right?
Exactly.
Turn your lights off, Barbara. So anyway, but I hope that those photo site opportunity kind of like makeshift pieces that are there along the boardwalk, I didn't see them within the demo fence. So I really hope somebody's coming to get them because I would like to see them back and maybe it'll be recreated in some type of like more hurricane sustainable material. Maybe it'll be metal and maybe the, whatever, grounded to the concrete or whatever. But bike ride, finished there. And we actually went down to Blind's Pass at the Toasted Monkey. Toasted Monkey, went upstairs, beautiful waterfront. But it was odd because it was a spot.
Blind's Pass got spanked.
Dude, Blind Pass, man, that is just the
it got
mouth
spanked.
of where the water was.
It was such a hidden gem, right? That's why it's called
Yes.
Blind's Pass. I'm,
Yeah.
not, that is why it's called Blind's Pass, because no one could find it.
No one can find it.
Yeah.
But
So the fishermen, they'd give directions to everything and they couldn't find it. So that's why it's called it. And so the ocean found it. I mean, it got spanked, unfortunately. And there's some really, really places that are just not going to recover, unfortunately.
You're right. So by eating on the second story of the Toasted Monkey right there with the unobstructed views of the pass going out to the Gulf, next door was Bowie's, which Bowie's was bopping. Happy to see it.
Good. That's
There's another restaurant that's actually on kind of the same side of the street as the Toasted Monkey. I believe it's called Shuckers. And I haven't been there yet, but that Shuckers overlooks Woody's waterfront.
Yeah, I know. RIP is for sure.
And that skeleton of a rocked building is still standing there, and it is unfortunately
it's like a tomb now. It's so sad.
It is the weirdest thing. Yeah. So Trent and I actually watched the show called Mysteries of the Abandoned, and it's a Nat Geo, I think, or Discovery Channel, I can't remember, but it's basically about human created structures that are abandoned, and a lot of them are left over from like World War II throughout the the world. But it was a very apocalyptic scene.
I bet it was.
A little shocking. It's a little jarring. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of everything really be affected by Hurricane Helene. We don't see buildings like that regularly right now.
No.
I mean, it's been a minute since we saw a building that was affected to that capacity. And so
it's so sad.
Sad. Yeah.
That's one. I think that is one of the saddest. I know that is been a staple. They had an amazing Caesar salad. Their burgers were fantastic. They had an incredible following, a really incredible following. And it's very sad when you see a company or business, I guess for that matter, just make the decision that they just can't. It is such a big project. And you're right.
The property itself, and I didn't mean to end my weekend recap on a sad note, but the property itself is so interesting because but we talk about, obviously real estate, both being in real estate, and the property itself is so unique. It is right there as you are coming in through Blinds Pass. It's the only business that you can actually see straight from the Gulf before you make the hard left to come into the proper pass, right? Turn the corner a little bit and you get in through the channel a smidge. Then you start to see Toasted Monkeys, Shuckers, Buoys, all the other things.
Yeah.
And again, also, there's a little jet out from Sunset Beach, right? Treasure Island, that we're actually looking on the backside before the water goes out to the Gulf. I didn't mean to just face plant the camera. There we go. And high five. So, but anyway, the other point is that community that's all the way at the end of Sunset Beach, it's called Land's End. Beautiful community, by the way.
Very, very nice.
I've been in there multiple times with interested buyers, and hell, I would have bought it. But anyway.
Yeah. Right.
But there is a community beach area that sits on the intercoastal side of it that all these restaurants overlook from the St. Pete Beach side, and is a dog beach. And when we have people that ask us, where can I take my dog? I want to take my dog on the beach. A lot of people don't realize that dogs aren't allowed on a lot of the city public beaches. Not that we don't see them, and not that I'm not a paw lover.
No, that's right. That's right.
I want you to be allowed to have your dog. But unfortunately, a few bad apples ruins it for everyone. So, but there was a dog beach on the intercoastal side. That boardwalk is still missing. The sand that's been taken from that beach, which usually was only majorly available during low tide, it's been gone since the storm too.
Yeah.
And so there was a few boats that were anchored out that were kind of trying to enjoy the 1-foot water sandbar that was there. But other than that, and I know every city's got their hands full, but I would be really interested to see when that might be revamped, remodeled, redone, because I get
be renourished, right? It would have to be almost renourished.
It was the closest beach that I could recommend to people when they asked me, where can I take my dog on the beach? And now I'm gonna be straight honest with you. I don't know where to.
Well, Madeira Beach Fundamental, right over the Tom Stewart Causeway, that small little area.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where you're,
school.
yeah, right by the, yeah, by that elementary school. That's another, it's not very large, but that is another,
I didn't even know
that's
that
a
was
nice little
dock-friendly.
area. Yeah, that one is, but yeah, that Woody's waterfront. I mean, you think about Blinds Pass is a super hidden area. It's not part of our kind of boundaries at the jet ski place, right? That Woody's water sports, not affiliated, but we definitely had a lot of confusion between where are we going, Woody's waterfront or Woody's water sports. So we were prone to understand and where they were all the time. But when we would have company come in town and we would take them out on our own personal little tour, I guess, we would always head out underneath John's Pass and then go to Blinds Pass, and we would see it right away. But you can't even imagine. I mean, they got spanked during Helene. I mean, because they're getting it, not only were they getting the surge, but they were getting it from truly the ocean.
It wasn't just us, like us back here on the Intracoastal. I'm imagining kind of a slow rising of the water, which is still invasive.
For sure.
And then it gets to the point where it can kind of rock itself.
Exactly.
Just a waves and the power of the Gulf and everything that's coming into all these other areas. That's the mouth.
It's hard to really understand that, I think, because, you know, you always know about a category 5, right? And the high winds that would produce.
The winds.
The winds that would produce. But I mean, it's hard to really monitor the whole, like, you know, the wave action, or as I keep saying, spankability action that it would have on a,
You're right.
building.
It was just
that's sad. That's really sad.
It really was. Sad. And, you know,
but it's fine. Do you count? So e-bikes, do you count that? Do you pedal? I don't know much about them. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, you must pedal.
Yes. Okay. So,
I mean, it counts, right? As exercise.
Technically, yes. I was going to say some of us.
So Trent does, you don't.
And some of us pedal more than others.
Yeah. Okay. We get it.
Then. No, ma'am. First of all, let me correct you for the good people. So there is a pedal assist. So essentially, you're right. I have a throttle essentially that I could just pull and not pedal my little Caitlin legs and she'll go, right?
Okay.
But there's also something that's called a pedal assist. And so instead of shifting gear, because my friend, because I'm not the person that shifts gears, we got me the one that does not have gears to be shifted.
I love that. That's what I would get.
It adjusts with the pedal assist.
Fancy. Yeah.
Don't get fancy. I don't need fucking fancy. Exactly. There's another bleep. We actually just talked about bleeps and we're going to bleep that. So we're getting a little looser.
Yeah. It's raw.
It's okay. So anyway, no, you don't have to shift. And for the record, I only operate on level 2 of pedal assist, and there are 5.
Oh, so 5 being the highest.
So if I give it,
that's good.
But it's nice because I give it a little bit of effort, and then it's like, oh, you want to go somewhere? Okay, let me help you. And so I pedal.
I love that.
Leisurely, and it still makes me go about 12 miles an hour. So it's okay.
I think that's great. I mean, you had mentioned a while ago that you should get a bike. So I would get an e-bike because, I'd probably pedal assisted around a 1 or 2. No, you could take it down, and then Michael would pull up on his Harley and be like, look at my pedal assist, bitch. And that would be the way it works. Yeah.
Is like your assistant in the Tour de France that pulls up with the Blue Moon beer and water, and you're like killing yourself.
He's like, you got this, though. Like, you got this.
Love you. Meet you at the next check-in.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. So that's hysterical. Well, that's fun. That's really fun.
What were you guys up to this weekend? I know August is
hard. My sister was in town, which was amazing because she doesn't come in town often. She has her family and they live up in the Pennsylvania area. And so she just left. She's leaving tonight. And
she has a winter to prepare for. No,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry.
We got to leave in August because winter is coming.
Exactly. So she was here for a week, which was fantastic for my parents as well as for my kids. Adore her, and my husband does too. So that was amazing. And then, August is always when, like, as a mom, it's always crazy because the kids are going back to school and, you know, various stages of their life. My daughter's going to be a junior, and that's terrifying as well as exciting. And my boys will be at the same college, which they're going to be freshmen and then juniors respectively. And so they're going to be at USF, but so one's going to be living in
Good
an
luck
apartment.
to USF.
Oh my God, I know. One's going to be living in an apartment, and then one is moving into the dorm. And so not only do we have first days, but then we have drop off days. It'll be a little bit easier because obviously it's the second. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt as much. But and the fact that his brother is there will make it easier. But I'm
little children always figure it out.
He is more ready for college than most.
Yeah.
He really, really is. He really is. He's really ready for college. He's known he's wanted to go to USF. He's got a pretty good idea of what he wants, where his path is. And that's just amazing in this world of all these different paths. And Cooper's there, so that makes it a little bit easier for Brody. So he's finishing his job this week, and Brody's been, and that doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but Brody's been working for the same company for almost 3 years. And so that's just amazing to do when we even have our own company. We have our own company. He could work for us, but he has chosen a different path, and monetarily it's been a really good decision, as well as like learning how to work for a boss that
isn't your mom and dad.
Yeah, that's not your mom and dad, and that he's been promoted at this job. And so
this is what I'm saying. How much longer? How much longer of amount of time can you have as a tenor with a job being in high school?
I know
that is like the maximum amount of time
he is
to work a single job, to have the rapport, to have the respect, to have the promotion. They're like, please, sir, come back and work.
Yeah. So my heartstrings are being pulled in every single direction. And when it might have been, quite frankly, one of the hardest days of my life when Cooper left us, because it changes. Life changes. Like your dynamic of your family changes. I mean, I know it does when you go to kindergarten too, but I'm a working
home every day. They're not coming.
I'm a working mom. And so like, it was like, this is just where you go. But oh my gosh, that was so hard. So August always becomes a little bit crazy for us, but that's why I think Burger Week is a really good time for me. Cause it's like,
okay. Okay, so I realize, my name is Caitlin and I'm here for the challenge. I will distract you because I realize that another baby bird leaving the nest, it coincides with Burger Week. And
it does.
I would be amiss to not mention Burger Week because we've been over this. Huge fan.
Yes.
But yes, I was going to say we are super excited about Burger Week. It will coincide with your second middle bird.
Yeah, with them leaving. And
so the best way that I am able to help support you as a friend and business partner and all above, I think that we should just go to the 15 restaurants that are participating. We will share a burger and I will buy you as many beers as you need to heal your heart.
Yes, we will participate. We will make sure that the $10 actually, they get their margin back for the $10, right?
Yeah, Trent was concerned. He's like, you do have to order other things. I'm like,
yeah, they all, they're hoping that everyone does. There will be people that don't. And
kind of love the fact on the Burger Week website for Madeira Beach that they have FAQs and etiquette.
Yes.
Etiquette.
Yeah, because I've read through, so I have a list right here of all the burgers, but
yes,
I've read through them. There's no way that 90% of these cost $10. There's just no way.
Wow,
there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to mention the participants, Dak Shack.
Yes, please.
Dak Shack, I'm such a supporter of them. They've been amazing since everything has happened. They haven't listed what their burger is, but
they have been amazing. They were involved in a lot of the Madeira Beach Strong meetings that we had after the hurricane. They hosted a lot of kind of like resident open Q&A stuff. So yeah, shout out to Dak Shack.
Exactly. And that's where the final, I guess, event
the award
takes
ceremony,
place too.
Darling. Yes. The award ceremony, darling.
Oh my God, the award ceremony.
If we can get ourselves a host awards, like what if
we could work on it. We'll talk to Jeremy about that.
I'd be like, and Miss Congeniality goes to, I think.
Yes, I think it should be too. And then Cambria Hotel.
Okay, Cambria.
Yeah, which is good. Bamboo Beach Bar, one of your favorites, which is really good. I mean, it's right there. They're always jamming. I love that they participate. And then
bands 7 days a week. So
yeah, they do.
Bamboo is always popping. The Angry
They're
Pepper,
always hopping. People love to boogie there.
The Angry Pepper, did they not win? Did they win last year?
I actually don't know. And that's probably really bad. I don't remember. It just became a freaking blur.
Well, I was actually sitting with the owners of Angry Pepper last year at the award ceremony at Daiquiri Shack for the inaugural Burger Week. And I do remember they either won best overall or they won fan favorite.
Probably. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Angry Pepper, although it's a little bit off the beaten path because it's on right off of Doomy, over the Tom Stewart Causeway.
Right.
It is all about just originality. And I know that there is a ton of locals that love that place. That is a place they go to. And then Walt's Fish Shack, which is just really fun that they're participating because they serve fish and they're figuring out a way to still be a participant. And that's great.
To me, they're one of the most boutique participants.
They might be. Yeah, that's right. And then Slice Pizza Bar. I mean, who doesn't love Slice?
Well, hell, they saw Angry Pepper participating and now they're like, we want to play.
We want to play. And then Dick's Last Resort, which they were not open last year at this point.
They were not. They're in Johnstown.
No. I mean, and that's probably bad, but I actually have only been in there a couple of times. So I'm looking forward to going to that restaurant.
I'm looking forward to going there with you because I have not stepped foot in there since it has been Dick's Last Resort. Yeah. And I did see that they were one of the first places to kind of rebound after everything. They're on the floor. Yes. And they did offer buku local specials. I think they're still going on.
The hurricane, like they were part of the hurricane specials. I mean, talk about a business that everyone that's been in Myrtle Beach knows about Dick's Last Resort, right?
That's true.
Like where the
Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas, right?
Last resort that I went to was in the Excalibur in Vegas. I just did the math. I just did the math on what.
Yeah, don't do that. That's just don't.
We're
do the
not
math.
doing this. No,
don't do math.
Doing this.
That's just not smart. We're smarter and wiser.
I immediately regret this decision.
I played. Keep going. Carry on. Okay, Tiki Docks. That's another one. I like Tiki Docks. I'm so excited for them. I like the rebranding that they did.
So here's the thing. You're actually going to be able to get 2 check marks on your Burger Week passport. That means good people at the same physical property address because not only is the Cambria Hotel participating, but the restaurant that's below it called Tiki Docks is also participating. So you get one downstairs and then you go up to the rooftop and bam, you have another.
And there it is.
Just, local FIQ. The espresso martinis are actually cheaper than the 9-ounce house pour wine on the
you sent me a picture of your espresso martini not too long.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
did. Yeah. And then Caddy's Madeira Beach.
Yep. One of literally only
oh my gosh, they're doing a jalapeno burger.
I was going to say shout out to Caddy's in Madeira Beach because it is, correct me if I'm wrong, the only beachfront restaurant we actually have. Beachfront, Gulf front.
Well, you could actually argue that it's one of maybe 3 across the bridge. If you go Madeira Beach, Reddington's got cocos or coconuts or cocoa.
I think that the first place that's beachfront is Coconut Charlie's in Dublin.
Yeah, Coconut Charlie's. Yeah.
You go north, and that's within the hotel.
And there's not anything on IRB or Indian Shores. Kenny's is right, but it's right on Gulf, but it doesn't have waterfront.
So Broken Board is, but it's not because there's that are.
Yep, and there's the park that's right there, which makes Friendly's like such a great view right there, right? Because of it.
Can't wait for Friendly's to open.
I know. I looked on their Facebook page today to see when they're. We have to. I'm so there. Our calendar's so busy, and then
so many things to go to.
Oh my God, I'm living like a vacation. Okay, Boardwalk Grill is dear to my heart, but I'm so excited that they participated. I'm so excited that it's kind of out of their comfort zone. So that's why I love that they're doing this.
But I love the fact that they're kind of the people that don't normally participate.
No, they are.
In things like this. But what people don't realize is that they're not out-of-state people that don't give a shit. They're locals that just say, we do what we do and we're good at what we do.
I couldn't have said it better, right? They're just,
we don't have to play the game. We don't
We don't have to. We don't want to do anything that we just want to play the game we're in. And that's, we don't want to jump boards. We're just going to stay right where we're at. And they have their menu. I mean, I could do a whole podcast on them because they just, I so appreciate them, but their menu is so methodically just thought out. I just appreciate it. So I'm so excited they're doing this.
Every single thing that I've ever had there, everything, seafood, land lovers, onion rings the size of your head,
shock top,
single thing. Your shock top. Every single time that I've gone there, no matter what I've gotten, amazing.
I have relatives that don't even say hi to me before they're already eating at the boardwalk. Well, I'm like, you might want to. Can you just hi?
I'm gonna be hi. I hate to stuff the ballot box and like sway the election, but I'm telling you right now, my passport is literally going to vote for Boardwalk unless for some reason they feed me a rat tail, and then we'll talk. But I don't see that happening.
No, like, you're going to like it because it's right up your alley with the Philly. You're going to like it. Yeah, so you're going to love it. Okay, so Mad Beach Cantina. How fun is that?
Okay, Mad Beach Cantina. I actually love Mad Beach Cantina. It has one of the best, like, I think, skipped over views because
it does.
It's intercoastal, but it has
golf. But it also has golf views, and they won't be built up in front of them.
No,
it's a park. Exactly. It's a parking lot. There's just no way. I love. I every time that we've gone there, we have not been disappointed. So I'm excited for that. And then Scully's has always had good burgers. I mean,
to quote my lovely neighbor, whenever I have company in town, we go to Scully's.
Yeah.
That's where I take.
We do. Yeah. I love that. And Mad Beach Craft Brewery, which is also in John's Pass. I can't imagine. It doesn't say what kind of burger that they're doing. Well, everything there is gourmet.
They already have some kind of off the wall, artistic burgers.
Yeah. Everything is gourmet for them. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Right. Everything is.
God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know. And then Delos's Pizza. Stop it. Just serve me a piece of pizza and put it with a burger and I'm happy. And then get you an espresso and you're even happier.
Like chicken Parmesan a la style. Like, let's go. I want to go.
Yeah. And then Friendly Fisherman. Awesome.
Shout out to Friendly Fisherman.
Yeah. Our boy Jeff is working there.
Yep.
And then Pirates Pub and Grub.
Well,
you'll be definitely
get a 32-ounce Bloody Mary while we're
there. Yeah, so you'll be definitely helping them gain back that margin.
I think that you and I should probably just cross the ones off in John's Pass.
I mean, I think
it logistically makes sense.
Yeah, we're gonna have to actually come up with like a treasure map for this. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. It's gonna be amazing.
How much would the people pay for our side notes, our cliff notes?
We're gonna have to get together. Exactly.
Or we're gonna give them to them against their will. Like, what are we talking about? They're gonna get all the updates, people. Don't even be concerned.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Not only
does Burger Week start next Friday, but the revamp, darling, of Final Fridays.
Yes.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
which is really exciting.
Is now called Village Fridays. And I know from volunteering at over a year and a half's worth of Final Friday events.
You were always at that table.
Volunteer, girl. I volunteer as tribute. I mean, hell, if I got to sell a couple raffle tickets to get a couple free drinks out at Delos's.
Yeah, that's hashtag worth it.
We're going to do it. It's called network.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
It's a write-off. No, I'm just kidding.
It is, right? That's right. We donated all the time for that. We loved it.
Yeah, no, it was an absolutely amazing community event. We had really started to pick up steam last year. And then, of course,
I mean, when Caddy's was so fantastic about providing there was 3 different pillars. I mean, with the exception of what you just mentioned with Delos's and having like, bar carts out there and beverage carts, and Caddy's always put beverage carts out there too. There were other couple things that were part of it, which was Caddy's always provided this amazing stage, like amazing stage with fantastic
The
people.
entertainment, and I know exactly where you're going, but the one thing I have to say about the entertainment is you're absolutely right. Caddy's, which is kind of a local staple here in Madeira Beach, Treasure Island, all up and down these Pinellas Barrier Islands, their entire restaurant portfolio, people, was affected by this hurricane. So let's think about the fact that our private homes and maybe a singular business and everything with you, imagine everything affected. And the fact that they have been an amazing sponsor in so many community-led events, whether it be the city of Madeira Beach, Treasure Island, Pinellas, county in general.
Yeah.
They were the main sponsor for our Final Friday events. They did, you're absolutely right, have to pay for the entertainment, which talking about some of these amazing single singer guitar playing people. We're talking
was like about full blown out stage,
a full blown band with a brass section, or all the 5 people rock bands and everything like that.
I mean, it was like Janet,
lighting, everything, the sound systems, every single thing they provided for the entertainment. So
they really did. They were really amazing about it.
I'm very excited.
But with that also, it's important to note that Hubbard's Marina, of course, did an amazing job too. They always did a fish broil, which was a shrimp broil specifically. Yes. Oh, crawfish. Yes. And it was, I mean, it was free to the public. Was it?
Until they run out.
I guess it was. Until they run out.
Free crawfish boil until they ran out. They had,
it was fantastic.
And keg beer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. They had keg beer and they had Busch Lights. So they provided all of that right down there. For a while, they did a couple of vendors, which I thought was a really good idea.
They had a DJ down there. Yep.
Yeah. And Bamboo had started to really make sure that they had dominance. So it was like creating these pillars. And then down by Tiki, one of our favorites. Yep. The whole like
Tiki bar.
They always had an acoustic version. Usually it's Paisley that was there, but they always did an acoustic. Well, they did a couple. That gentleman that they did too. I don't remember what his name.
They had Carl
Zach or something. They had always an acoustic version, which was such a great like wind down after bands like Big Brother were in the middle. It was just it was fantastic. So a lot of people will be wondering, well, why is it called Village instead of Final Friday? Well, Madeira is it's only so big. And so there's a lot of events. Madeira Beach is why Caitlin and I struggle with kind of veering out of Madeira Beach, because there's always so much going on with activities. They do a fantastic job. Our friends Jay and Max over at Park and Rec and all of the other city officials just do a fantastic job of trying to create this community, as well as support some of the people that come in and visit. And they'd only have so many people that they can put at these events. And so especially during the holidays, it would run into where Friday night would be one thing and then Saturday night would be another. And it's like, oh, this is a lot. Or King of the Fish would be this. And the following weekend would be this. And it was absolutely right. I mean, people are only going to go to so many events, right? And so I actually love that. I think it's a great idea that they did this.
Exactly, to kind of piggyback on what she's talking about. I was actually lucky enough to be privy to some of these conversations where we want to get this back going. They want to get this back going, and we had a good thing going with the subconscious repetition of the last Friday. No matter what the date is, it's the final Friday of the month, hence the final Friday.
Yes.
And it would always just fell on that. But she's absolutely right. When it comes to logistics, there was multiple reasons why it just wasn't going to work out. And we knew that the turnout might not be able to be what it was. And you have staff that are split between 2 different events having to facilitate. So King of the Beach, Final Friday, Black Friday, one of the Halloween weekends, with the trunk or treat, all the things. But it really will be worth it. And I've had so many locals ask me, knowing my tenor with the Final Friday events in years past, when is that going to happen? Are we going to get that again?
Even my kids know about it. I mean, there is Final Friday. I mean, I swear that's one of the reasons why Cooper is prolonging he was supposed to leave at one point and for college, and now he's leaving a couple days later because he wants to go to Village Friday. He's such a John's Pass junkie and
nobody does anything the first week of class, actually.
No. I'm syllabus schmillibus. What do you need with that?
I can get that online. Yeah.
That's right. It's all good. I don't know how to log in online, but that's good. We're all good.
So yes, next Friday, August 15th is going to be the very first rebranded Village Fridays. And I'm very excited to announce it's going to be the Caribbean Coolers, which is a Jimmy Buffett cover band.
Very cool.
Let's pair
That's a good kickoff.
Bring your best Hawaiian shirt. I'm going to have my little flamingo earrings on. Let's get a coconut to drink out of. Shout out to the Fruit Float. You should be there.
Yeah, they're Fruit Float Cafe now. They're almost about ready to open.
I saw that.
And yeah, that's sweet.
We're gonna have to go by there and actually get something.
Talk to Hannah about it. Yeah, I think that's great. So, yeah, and I don't know if you noticed over the weekend, but that Pinellas County Park that was across from Speedway, they've opened all of the sections of it. The one that needs to be repaired with the seawall hasn't opened up, but that really created some traffic over the weekend. I mean, really, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, all the good people at Speedway were overwhelmed with their traffic, but they haven't had it since September of last year, and that's very true.
And just to kind of recap the good people, this is one of the bigger parking space public parks that we have in the city of Madeira Beach, and one of the common unknown facts that neither I nor you
didn't know until this.
I think before the storms and all.
I didn't know.
Who's responsible, or like who does this kid belong to?
Yes. Who does this kid belong to? Who's in charge of this?
Right. So we figured out that there's a park that actually, again, has so many parking spots that offers the general public an opportunity to come to the beautiful beaches here. It is not a City of Madeira Beach park. It is a Pinellas County park.
Yeah.
And
Madeira Beach couldn't clean it up.
They got everything else figured out or triaged or whatever you have, but it was not a common known fact that the one single park left here in town that, I mean, let's be honest, it was in the same place that it was a month ago.
It was.
A month and a half ago.
It was. There was still like lawn chairs in the air. I mean, it was clearly just totally, we're going to deal with it when we deal with it, but they have dealt with it, and
it did. And it's
open
really again.
It's just a big difference.
It's basically like, to me, it kind of like medically, it's like an opening of an artery that had been cauterized like previously. And so now we're back and flowing. The poor people at the Speedway gas station, this is what you train for. We're back.
Yeah, this is what you train for.
You need to be ready.
You're in the ER now. Come on. It's Grey's Anatomy. Did we all see it?
Make sure you've ordered enough Natty Light and neutrals, otherwise you're going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, they were out of Slurpees the other day. I know that.
I hate it when that happens.
I hate it when it's just turning and it's just see-through. Yeah, I get that.
Yes, I was going to say with the Village Friday, and then the other thing I was going to say is the conversations with the mayor event. We got another one. Yeah. So that's the 20th is the next.
Yeah, that will be a good distraction. That's when Brody goes back. So I'll leave that, come back here, and then meet you. Conversations with the mayor.
I hope that you would, but if for some reason you find yourself just driving your car straight home, that's cool too.
I will be driving it off of a cliff.
No, I said either to the Cambria or straight home.
Yeah, I'll be coming to the Cambria. It'll be a good distraction. We all move on. We all have stuff, and I'm really excited for him and happy for him. So it's good. It does.
Yeah.
It changes the dynamic completely.
But don't worry, that always make it. So
they do. I'm telling you, I have no doubt and full confidence in him.
He's so ready, dude. He's so ready. He's gonna be great. So
he is gonna be great.
And Cooper, you better not pull, like a Van Wilder, because if Brody graduates before you do, I mean,
there is a highly likelihood of that.
We might talk about that on the podcast.
We might have him as a guest. We could talk about it.
I mean, I'm not saying we're betting.
Everyone's path is different, right?
Everyone's path is different.
Everyone's path is different. That's right.
And as someone that didn't walk away with one of those precious pieces of paper, you do you, Cooper. Take us
for sure. So yeah, it'll be good. It's good.
So after we talk to the mayor and talk you off the ledge at the Cambria rooftop event, that might not be the best idea.
Well, that's accurate. Let's just, all the moms out there that have to go through this are absolutely gripping their chairs and preparing for it. So I get it.
I just want to offer myself as an ally.
I
am an ally for your
I know you
people
are.
That, the future generation of our country, and every life stage you have to go
through. No pressure.
I'm here, girl. I don't have a lot going on. No.
No, I meant for them.
Oh, for them. Well, I mean,
the future generation, no pressure for them.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I mean, between your children and my nieces, that's who's going to take care of me. So, anyway,
I get it. I get it.
Don't worry.
It's all good. We're in good hands. We're in good hands.
Well, speaking of good hands, I don't know how I'm going to make this segue, but it will be football season soon.
Oh, I know. And did you see that it was like record setting that pregame or whatever, like Hall of Fame game or whatever they call it last Thursday? Or
yes, I saw that.
I don't even, was it Detroit and the Titans or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, it was like 6 million people watch. People are freaking ready for the NFL to start.
We are
not
desperate.
that this is where and we are here for it. But I will say that it is important. Well, first of all, I am a big baseball fan. I watch it's not as monumental until October. And I will tell you,
at October.
Oh my God, September and October baseball, there's not much better. There just isn't much better. And I am here for it because I am a Chicago Cubs fan. I grew up a Chicago Cubs fan. And then by marriage and law, I had to become a Red Sox fan. I don't remember any other of my vows other than that probably was somehow biblically included. Somehow biblically included that I had to be a Red Sox fan. And I said to myself, I'm already in the National League and my Cubbies aren't doing so well. And now, I mean, I got married in 2002.
Wait, with the Nationals. Okay. Yeah, they're American. You're right.
And then so a National League and then, Red Sox being in the American League, I was like, that's easy. We will never play each other unless we hit.
Wait, Red Sox?
Yeah, Nationals. They're in the American League.
Wait, Michael's a Red Sox fan?
Yeah.
How is he a Redskins and
that is a
freaking Red Sox fan?
That is a whole nother conversation. But being from Connecticut, you choose at a very young age. It's like they put the pacifier in front of the kids and they make you choose
whichever one they crawl to
or Red Sox, and whatever one they crawl to, you commit to, or your father beats it or your mother beats it into you. So my husband is a massive Red Sox fan at the time in 2000. Well, okay, we got married in 2002, but we started dating in 98. What difference did it make? I mean, what difference did it make? The Red Sox hadn't won since I don't know, 1918, as everyone knows, because they used to chant it. And the Cubs hadn't won since 1908, even more of a bit. I was like, okay, well, I can, that's cool. I can do that.
I love that you guys just bond over your Babe Ruth curse.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We totally did. And it was like, yeah, we totally did. Yeah. And so we went with it. And so anyway, my whole point of mentioning this is that I do love, and I will say that last year, while we were trying to recover because no one was really working during that time frame, Michael and I were just nothing but like watching baseball. And we actually got the MLB ticket. So I watch a ton of baseball right now, although I don't mention all the time. So I'm always watching the Cubs. I'm always watching the Red Sox. But I think because we are so locally, tuned in, it's important to know that the Rays have started roof repair.
Okay.
So over the course of the last, 7-8 months, I have showed multiple condos that had multiple views of the Rays stadium that no longer had a roof. Or if you happen to be driving on 275 south toward Skyway, you could look over and see that roof is gone. The roof is still missing.
Yes.
So with that being said, they have started it. So they started the repairs of it. Of course, the repairs are going to be really expensive. So they have the repairs that have started. We're going to be finished with the repairs by April of 2026. So in time for the Rays.
I really just look down at my calendar like I don't know what day it is. Good.
Yeah. Good. So they have started that. I mean, it took a while because it's a ton of money and it's only going to get more expensive.
Well, And correct me if I'm wrong, because you've done a little bit more legwork on this, but not only is it a ton of money to fix the existing structure in which it stands, but unfortunately, this Mother Nature force majeure hit us during very important negotiations of
Yes.
entire area around the raised
horrible time frame. So yeah, so they're going to be rebuilt for 2026, which is exciting because the George Steinbrenner Field, which is over down the street from where the Bucks play, has been and converted.
It's where the Yankees do their
minor league. Yeah, they're spring training, and it's a minor league team. So yeah, spring training there. So
too bad Michael didn't pull that straw as a
buyer. We got Fort Myers is where the Red Sox are, so it's not that far away.
You know, the Cardinals, I think they used to. So I grew up with the Cardinals. I'm sorry to interrupt your Rays stadium, and I promise we'll get back to it. But that's why I made the audible noise for a good Midwest peeps tuning in, because trust me, during our
Cubs and Cardinals,
thank you, wish you were here spiel from last week's episode, we are well aware that there is a heavy following of Midwest peeps right now. I just want to kind of give you guys, like, trust me, I didn't just sit here as Jack Beard's daughter and take that Cubs comment silently. I made an audible noise.
Okay. She did. Noted. I saw it.
It just goes to show, you know, red, blue, we can still play together, right?
We can. Golf of whatever. Yeah.
At least when it comes to America's favorite pastime.
That's
right. So you and I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I grew up, God rest your soul, Jack Beard, in St. Louis during my tenure 2 different times. Collectively, we joined. There was not a football team there at the time. And so the second time I lived there, but my father, growing up in Southeast Iowa, he was raised, like you said, beat into you.
Yes.
Beat, whatever, by a Cardinals fan, my grandpa. And so he would load the boys in the back of the station wagon, and they would drive 2.5 hours to St. Louis for a game, and he would drive back the same night.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking diehard, listening to Harry Carey before you had him.
Yes. Yes.
Calling the Cardinals games. Well, I can just imagine the reel that we're going to make out of this one, just for the back Midwest, pure amazingness.
I have sang the Take Me Out game with Harry Carey before. Yeah. My father was a Cardinals fan when he lived in Southern Indiana, but then he's such a where you live, like where you roam, you should root, right? So we lived in Chicago.
My most important follow-up question, which will be very fan specific right now. Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I was still in Connecticut.
But
I was in Connecticut.
Was your father a Cubs fan at that point?
He was just a fan of the baseball at that point, right? Like he was just excited.
Very, very good to me.
But he was, I mean, he was Sammy fan. Yeah, exactly. It's been very good. Exactly.
No, I was told that any Cubs fan, you know, we don't know what that's about, son. We're on a winning team.
Yes.
So, but you guys broke the curse.
We did.
Good. I have many a cousin from my father's hometown in South Iowa, literally, like you said, where it's a sit you down and you have to pick in Connecticut. So in the boot hill, if you will, of Southeast Iowa, it is close, just as close to Illinois as it is. It is a who are you with. So it has to be either a Chicago Bears.
Yep.
White Sox or Cubs.
Yep.
Or now, St. Louis Cardinals for a hot minute, because my family lived in St. Louis when the Rams came.
Yeah, when they were
and we had already moved to Kansas City when the Rams left.
Yeah.
My father affectionately called them the Lambs. Yeah. Well, but at the same time, good people, we realize that my name's Caitlin, and I have a football addiction that you do as well.
Actually have a choice in my family. I have to have it. I've learned it through osmosis, but I have learned to, when you live like so locally to the NFL teams that are
very true.
And ESPN is talking about
it's your butt.
Like, I mean, why not? Right?
I saw him on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers. Dude, he's coming back hot. He's coming back hot. Yeah.
My father said today, the only thing I worry about is an injury like that. I mean, because that would 100%. Be what everything else is replaceable. But that, I mean, I I think it's great that we have a Florida native boy, but I don't think Trask is pulling it.
To be honest with you, I mean, I would really like to see Baker up there playing the game with Lamar, Patrick.
Oh my God.
And
JD5.
Josh.
And JD.
Well,
new
you're
blood.
JD5.
New blood.
You had a cute little run. We'll see how far we can make it this year. I do have faith in you guys. You have a very good team. Please tell Michael my
and new,
but
yeah,
we
new
know
momentum
that in the AFC, it always comes down to Lamar Jackson,
you're right,
Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, my sister's a huge Baltimore fan, so you should have heard her talking.
I feel bad for Lamar Jackson. I feel bad for Josh.
I do too, and they know as a fan base that they don't have a lot of time left with him, right? They know. I mean, it's only a matter of time before they all get tuckered out, right? It's just that could tuckered out.
I love it. Sorry. Okay. What I love is we're starting to get more candid with you good people, because this, my friends, is the actual natural conversation that we have when we get together. I literally feel like for the last 10 minutes, we went into football, which of course we're both like, ah. I think we forgot cameras were rolling and we're like, don't get started.
Okay. So let's recap a little bit about the Rays, right? Rays Stadium is rebuilding. In September. Baseball. We expect a sale. And so it's not even going to matter because they're going to move the team to Ybor City, which is located in Tampa. And that's most likely what's going to happen. But no matter what, at least Rays Stadium will be back for next year while they figure it out. And it is unfortunate that all happened, but we love September and October for baseball, but we cannot freaking wait for NFL to start. That's it. I mean,
that's it. We just wrapped it up in a nice tiny little bow. I'm sorry if you had to listen to that last 10 minutes, but at the end of the day, I think you good people, this is why you're here. And if you listen to this part all the way through this episode, you're in it for the long haul, and we love you so much.
That's right. Exactly.
Right. Well, I do think that is enough for good people. Obviously, we can't be left to our own devices, but anything else?
We like to include you all in it.
Yeah, you guys are privy to it. You guys are right? You're friends, right? All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for the support that we're witnessing online right now. As always, please feel free to give us a like and a follow on our Instagram, our Facebook. We are on Spotify and our YouTube channel at The Real Salty Podcast.
We're so busy.
We're kind of busy. But hey, if you find yourself in these Pinellas Barrier Islands and you want to reach out to meet up with us, we love the opportunity. Yeah. Come to Florida. We'll leave the light on. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.